Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 5th. This week I'm still collaborating with Marie Moore, so if you haven't had a chance to check her out yet, please do so at the link in the description below. But having said that, let's see what's going on for you this week. Yeah, it looks like a good week. There are a couple things that come up, but there have been a couple things that come up for every sign for some reason this week. But let's see what's going on. You start off with the Four of Spades. Long-term message for you, Leo. This has been coming up for you for weeks. All about building comfort and building more comfort in your life, becoming more comfortable. Literally all the way down to like not having to worry about paying bills and things like that, and desiring that. Desiring that type of lifestyle. I think a lot of you are looking at how you can create that as well. And definitely, I think a lot of you are creating that. I think you're sick of going in the same. I talked about it in the September readings maybe a couple weeks before, where I was talking to Leo about how I think you're ready to get off the hamster wheel of doing the same old thing. But this is a great card because it suggests you're building more comfort, that you are getting the things that you want. So I really like to see that for you. You also have the Ace of Hearts. Very similar type of message. It is a card of the home. It represents the home and where we live, and it represents transformations and feeling better. It's a card of happiness as well. Under some card reading systems, they read this card at kind of like the Ace of Cups, which is, your emotions overflowing, feeling very happy and, very emotionally happy as well. So it's a great card for feeling good. It is also a great card for love and more love opening up to you, more love opportunities. And I always say that aces, for me, sometimes are cards of messages. I'm definitely getting that message this week about this card being about receiving messages. So as I always say, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to people, and all the messages that come to you. You could hear something very important this week with this card. Next, you have the Queen of Clubs. This is you, Leo, a fire sign coming in. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. I don't attach sex to the cards. It's just the energy that's around you this week. So very charming, charismatic energy with the Queen of Clubs. Use that this week. Especially, I'm getting if any of you are involved in sales or if you deal with the public in general, if you're having to put on some sort of presentation or anything like that, make sure to inject your natural charm and things like that into your presentations, because that will definitely help you out this week. It is a card of needing to watch your mood as well and to stay positive. The Queen of Clubs, it's a very good card to get, but sometimes she can go way too negative. So just make sure that you don't go into the negative this week. Keep everything light, keep everything positive. It looks like a good positive week, so there should be no reason for you to go negative, but just don't fall into the negativity trap with this card. Next, you have the Four of Diamonds. Again, a very stable week. You have these two fours, all about stability and building more stability into your life. Four of Diamonds also represents new jobs, new businesses, opportunities for jobs, and also more money coming in. It can also represent an inheritance or having to deal with some sort of inheritance type situation, like maybe you're in probate or something along those lines, and you're just having to hash out all those details. So a lot of you could be doing that, and I say that because it is a card of financial responsibility as well. So if you're not involved in like an inheritance type situation, it just represents needing to look at finances and needing to be financially responsible. It's also a card of patience and needing to be patient. It does say that things are kind of working behind the scenes for you and things are coming together, but it might just take a little bit of time. Next, you have the Ten of Spades. Worrying about things. Don't worry about things. Let things go. Definitely. This is a card of worries and disappointments and being worried about too much about things. I'm definitely getting that, this could be involving other people this week for you. You could be more worried about other people as well. It's interesting. I haven't ever talked about this, but people always ask me why I sometimes look off screen here. And before I sit down to do the readings, I take a lot of notes for every single sign. Not a lot. Sometimes it's just like words or things like that come to me. So that's why I sometimes look off screen, just off to my notes there. And for you, I got other people this week. So you could be worrying about something like maybe your kids or something like that. But I do think that everything will be fine for you there. Maybe you're worried about letting go of your children if your children are moving out or something like that as well. You have the Five of Spades coming up next. And the Five of Spades is a card of needing to take a vacation. It's also a card of needing to take more risks as well. So it's interesting that it came up after that Ten of Spades, because I got, like I said, I mean, in my notes here, I wrote something about how I thought that was dealing with other people and being afraid to let go and everything like that of other people. So that could definitely be a risk for you letting go of something. So maybe you do need to do that. But it's also, it can be a good card. It can be a card of needing to take a vacation and things like that, and actually doing that, actually planning a vacation. So it can be great for those sorts of things. And at the end here, you end with the Ten of Hearts. Great card. This card represents fortune after difficulty. So good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. It's a card of better energy, more love, more social opportunities, more friends. More with this card. So it's a really nice card. And it also just makes you feel good as well. It's a card of happiness and feeling happy. So all in all, I have to say, it looks like a nice week. Even with those challenging cards, I just feel like that's about letting go of people or something. But everything else looks good. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.